We're here in the foundations of American Art Gallery at Crystal Bridges, and we're talking about something very exciting, and that is an upcoming festival. We've got Moira and Dave joining us to fill us in with more. Thank you for having us.
So much.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Of course.
Let's kick it off with just some general details about the Art and Wellness Festival. What do we need to know, Moira?
Yeah, so this is Crystal Bridges and the Momentary's second Arts and Wellness Festival. It's November 1st through 3rd. And over those 3-day times, there's a variety of talks, workshops, drop-in activities, all centered on art, architecture, nature, and well-being.
And you mentioned those talks. You're having some amazing guests here. What can folks expect?
Yeah, so we're gonna start on November 1st with a conversation between architect Moshe Softy. He designed Crystal Bridges, as well as the upcoming expansion. He'll be in conversation with architects Marlon Blackwell and Ati Blackwell, as well as Wesley Walls of Polk, Stanley, and Wilcox. Those are the 3 architecture firms of the campus. First time the 3 of them will also, and 4 of them will be on stage together, so a really special moment.
Yeah.
Later on that evening, Goldie Hawn is going to join us. Yeah. She's sharing more about her foundation, Mind Up, and how it equips students and teachers with resources for well-being. And then the next day, author Susan Maximum and soprano Renee Fleming are joining us, talking about the intersection of well-being with arts and music.
How wonderful.
And then we'll conclude on Monday evening with author Richard Reeves, who talks specifically about the well-being and social connection among boys and men.
Wow. Dave, we got to talk to you because speaking of connections, you're making a really kind of cool connection between art and the brain.
Yeah.
Fill us in on
We're
that.
showing you how your brain connects with art. So we have a couple activities. So we have a tour that will happen throughout the galleries here where you'll wear a 5-channel EEG headset. Very simple to set up, and we'll take you on an hour-long tour to look at and explore works of art, and you'll see how your brain sees. And building on that, we also have made a work of art of our own in our James Turrell Sky Space, where we've brought folks in and hooked them up to a research-grade 32-channel EEG and captured their neuroelectric activity during the activation of Sky Space. And we map that data onto a musical modality of melodic tones and textures, and so we've produced a score, a soundscape of how your brain experiences this work of art. And that'll be played back on like silent headphone disco style in Sky Space as a part of the activations during Art and Wellness Festival. So it's
Sky
a really
Space that's just on the trail.
That's exactly right. Yeah, it's a really pioneering and exciting work of art that shows the link between how we experience works of art and contributing to works of art.
Okay, Kim, what can you tell us about this EEG machine and like the brain and seeing art and there's a score happening? What do we need to know?
So one of the amazing things that we were able to do is bring neuroscience into the art space, but specifically the James Turrell Sky Space. And I think we selected that space because it's so opportunistic to be able to understand that blend of space, imagination, the person, and really making the intangible, such as what happens in our brain, tangible.
Do people experience things differently? Do you find that sometimes a certain part of the brain is super activated and other times a different part of the brain is activated?
Yes. So when people are experiencing something that's very internal, maybe they're being very meditative, we see very fine fluctuations of brain data. It's almost like waves, very calm waves. However, when people may be active, they're very engaged, their attention's really heightened, we see almost sporadic, very complex, nuanced movement in their brain. And so again, paired with the Sky Space experience, because each person took a different approach, I was able to see this complexity, this nuance, this granularity in that brain level data.
How interesting.
Love it.
And folks also have the chance to experience the gardens and this, the plants are singing, am I right?
Yes, yeah, that's
Plant
another
waves.
special.
Yeah, we have plant waves technology that connects to the electric activity that's embedded in plants. And through a pinchiometer, you can adjust them and you'll hear the tones that plants are making that we otherwise can't hear.
And that's just right outside here in our
Yeah.
foundation's
That's
gallery.
cool. Something very unique too.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are the dates and how can people get tickets? I know some things are ticketed, some things aren't. So what can you tell us about that?
That's right. There's a variety of free as well as ticketed experiences. So all of the information can be found on our website, crystalbridges.org, and there you can see the different lecture tickets. There's some workshops that you can also take part in, as well as a whole list of free activities.
Great. Awesome.
Well, thank you for having us up here
Yeah.
today.
Guys.
Really, really
We
cool.
look forward to seeing you again.
Absolutely, at the
Yeah.
festival,
Yes.
for sure. Yeah.
Wonderful. Yes. Stay with us. We've got more Good Day in WA after this quick break.